welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Ready Set podcast. My name is Ricky,
My name's Angus.
and today we've got two very special guests again with us. We've got Ehren,
Hey guys.
and we got Shanni.
Hello.
Hey, so I know it's for Shanni, it's been a while since you've had a first date, but Ehren and Angus, your most recent first date with a girl, did you guys pay for the date?
Yeah. Typically I pay, yeah.
No, usually I wait for the girl to pay.
Oh, really?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No,
No fucking way.
yeah, I'll be honest. I always pay on the first date.
Always?
Always.
Like, has there ever been a
What if the
split?
girl like says no, I got this?
Whoa.
Then there's gonna be a second date. Let me tell you.
Whoa.
Like, let's take a dessert.
But there is a tell. Sometimes if a girl pays, it could be one, either she's interested, or two, she's not.
She doesn't want to owe you anything, right?
Yeah.
That's literally what I told you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You took.
Freaking
Well,
stole my
I'm just
thing.
bringing it up. I'm just bringing it up.
Guys, before we came to this podcast in the car, I told him this.
Oh my
What?
god.
Yeah.
Well, mine was half of that. I'm just
Okay.
raising it to give
Yeah.
you the platform.
No, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. So
Okay. But like, I don't know when a girl says like, "Hey, let's split the bill,"
Mhm.
yo,
Mm.
attraction level goes up.
oh,
Because I'm like,
so-
wow, she's so like.
splitting the bill. It's usually a tell.
No,
It didn't
That
go
they don't-
well.
Yeah, that
Really?
too.
Yeah,
No, but-
sometimes it could be.
Okay, yo, for me, like, I know my
Right.
first like relationship when we went on the first date. I remember she said like, "Oh, we can split the bill," and I'm like,
Mm.
"Oh my god."
So did you?
But I feel like
Yeah, we did,
Oh.
and
Oh, you.
there was more dates after that.
Mm.
But like, it was the attraction level went up because I was like, "Wow, like, up to date,
progressive.
very progressive." Like, wow, like not just because I feel guys always pay. Not saying it's it's a bad thing, but I feel it's not with
It's
equality.
nice to see something different. It's nice seeing them different.
Yeah, it's very different, and I'm just like it catches me off guard. I'm like, wow, this is. I want to get to know you more.
But don't you think like most girls will offer, like out of politeness, even like
I've
they may
had
not
girls
truly mean it, but like
fold their arms and be like, they'll just be like on their phone waiting for me to pay.
Really?
Yeah,
It's like,
too. I've had
yo, like
No
I
way.
don't care if I have to pay, but that kind of attitude, you
Oh.
gotta
at
go.
least make a little gesture, right?
right. At least fumble in your
But-
purse,
yeah,
But
pretend.
even
Yeah.
then, like, if you're like folding your arm just waiting for me to pay, I'm just
Really?
like, dude, like, they'll
I've had
fuck.
that,
Like,
Wait.
Or if they
respect
pretend
is
to go
out
to the
window.
washroom and expect you to do it.
I'll wait for them.
Oh, you're back.
What?
Okay, can we grab the
The
bill?
washroom thing, I don't really care about because, like, if I really like you, I
You'll just
would
do
want you to go to the washroom because, like, I'll just
Less
pay.
awkward. Oh, okay.
Less
Yeah.
awkward, right?
Wait, she just sat there and just
Well,
the
then-
arms crossed like this and just watches you.
Yeah. She's just like playing her phone. And she's like, "Oh, where are we going yet?"
Whoa,
And I was like,
even
"Oh,
on her
Oh,
yeah."
wow.
Yeah, dude, the disrespect was real. It only happened to me once, and I was like,
Oh.
"Fuck." I didn't know this was a thing. Like,
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ,
God.
first date.
So there's
Like
no
a
second
novel.
date after that.
Oh, fuck
Oh.
that.
Yeah,
The attraction though went down. I don't care how hot you are. That shit is like
Yeah.
it's entitled.
red flags. Yeah, she thinks she's entitled. Like, sure, you're good looking, but your personality is ugly as fuck.
Like this wasabi.
So, Shani, do you think it's okay for the guys to always pay, like
Like on a first date?
on the first date? Yeah.
I think it's okay. Yeah, if that's the question. I think, yeah, it's attractive when the man takes the bill. I do
Ooh.
think.
Oh,
I mean, we just talked about like a girl like offering or out of courtesy, politeness. You should still be like, hey, I'm down to split. Like, let's split it. And then the guy usually says, oh, no, I got you. Right.
Right.
Like, I think that is quite manly. And I think that's like brownie points for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's got to be a little bit of
I've-
like,
I've-
the little fumble, right?
Like, I feel like if we were actually like, let's say I'm single, I'm on a first date, and I was like, yeah, let's split the bill. And he's like, okay, sure. Like, I think kind of
Oh,
like
right.
a turn off.
Okay.
Like,
No, but some girls are adamant about it.
but that's up to the girl,
Because they're,
though.
like, mixed
If you are
feelings. And then
adamant-
if she's like adamant about it, like, fine.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna like
Yeah, if
make
they
this
push
a
really
thing,
hard.
You know what I mean?
But I think that's pretty rare. Like, I don't think a
It
girl
is
would
rare. It is
really
rare.
push
It is
super
really
hard
rare.
to take the bill,
Mm.
especially depending on where you go. If it's just like lunch, I don't know, $40, that's $20 a person. If a guy can't like cover $40, it's like,
Yeah. So I've heard from other girlfriends where they've gone out with guys and they're like really cheap. They'll be like,
How cheap?
no, they'll go through the menu and like say you're like choosing stuff, and they'll be like, "Oh, you want to wear that? Oh, maybe I won't have this," or like stuff like that. Or at the end when the bill comes, they'll be like, "Oh, like that's more than I thought.
Wow.
You want to split like that?"
Whoa.
I've heard stories like that.
Oh.
Okay, so I
okay.
think that's poor planning on the guy's part
But
because
that's just
Choose a cheaper
him
place.
as a
I-
whole. Like
exactly.
you're signing up for that, and that's an ultimate turnoff for girls, right? So
it's like usually a guy would like most likely plan the date,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or a girl can suggest a couple spots, but he should have a very good idea of where they're going, what the menu is like, how much he may need to spend. A factor in whether or not you guys are drinking. Cocktails are expensive. If she likes to drink, that's at least a cocktail per person, $20.
Right.
You should have that expectation. If you don't want to overspend, like nowadays, nothing's cheap, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Then offer to go for coffee. That can't like run you more than $10 a person
too much.
max. Right?
Can't do it.
So it's like if you're open to going for dinner at a nice place,
Yeah. How about a walk and the oxygen?
What about we go to McDonald's and then you just like minus everything except for the bun?
oh,
Yo, I would just leave. I would just fucking leave.
or like using coupons. What about for a first date?
So
For a first date?
So is that a red
No, is
flag?
that weird?
I think that's pretty weird.
Really?
Sorry.
For first date? Let's say you
Or
just
a gift card. What if the guy pays?
Gift card is fine if you had it.
Okay, so but coupons.
But I
is
feel
not
like
okay.
if you give off the impression that you specifically push for this place because you had a gift card, so
What
you
if
don't
it
need
was
to
gonna
spend money,
expire?
Oh.
take your mom. Like, don't take your first date. I still think like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not a good impression. You want to get this girl. You're trying to like tick off all the
What
check
if it's a
marks.
really good restaurant though?
Ooh.
What do you mean, like a?
Like a raisu or like like something fancy.
Blue Water Cafe.
Sure, that's fine, right? It's like if it's a really
So if
fancy
it's
one.
not, then take my mom. Is what you're saying.
Take your grandma.
So if it's like Pearl Castle, no.
Oh God, no! You do not need. Sorry, I feel like just save your gift card. Pretend you don't have one.
Yeah.
It's always nicer to like, and I don't know. This is maybe just like my opinion, but
Mm.
it just like comes off some type of way if you're using coupons, if you're using gift cards, and that means like you're not in a position to spend money.
Mm.
Then
Yeah.
you know what? You probably shouldn't be dating because it's expensive.
You come off like cheap.
Exactly.
is.
What
Okay.
are you like? You can't even pay for food.
Yeah.
It's not like you're buying her an expensive gift or flowers that are quote unquote useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't even pay for a meal. I think that just says something. First
Yeah.
date impressions are important. So I
Okay.
think that just gives off the wrong impression.
Had a story or anecdote with one of my friends recently, and she was like saying how this guy, like he's saving up for a place to get one, and then he didn't want to go out as much, so he was like, oh, I might not want to go here or there, and then it's like to me, I was like, dude, if you are in a place where you aren't willing to even just go for a simple meal, not even saying it's expensive or not, and you're trying to get a girl, like that's an ultimate turn off for the girl. You know what I mean? Like to your point, it's like if you can't do it within your means, then you shouldn't be dating.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like not every girl will want fine dining or whatever on the first date or whatever. But if you're going to pursue someone, like at least put yourself in a good
Position.
light where you can take on multiple dates, right? We're not telling you to go, fine dining every day, every
Yeah.
time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing because I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, I'll take you McDonald's, but like I can spoil you here. I'll get you 2 burgers.
Oh yeah.
Get the combo.
Get the combo.
I get a
drink.
Happy Meal, we out here.
So, but would that be okay if you're, let's say, he doesn't make that much money
hmm
and the place only he can afford is, fast food chains like Jollibee or
Wendy's.
I like Wendy's, like a McDonald's.
Honestly,
That's the only like you're saying.
like
That's literally
it's-
the only thing he can afford.
yeah, like let's say because it's
okay. Let me put it this way.
tight on budget. He's tight on budget.
Let me put it this way. If the person is worth it, maybe you just like schedule out your dates like not like twice a week, just do once a week, and you save up for
Right.
a nicer place. Like I'm sure the girl doesn't expect to go out every single day for
True.
dinner. Like
Yeah.
at minimum you'll see them once a week. So if you can't go to a decent place,
Okay.
Or
Then
pull
what's the
back on
point?
your finances on
Yeah.
something else.
yeah, I'm sure he has like all these subscriptions to things or whatever where he can like reallocate money.
Yeah, but some people are like
But like
kind
live
of
within your means
really
and
tight.
play within it, right? So if you're like, I want to get this type of girl or this person that lives in this, lifestyle, then maybe you might have to adjust maybe your job or whatever. But like, I'm not saying you have to, but like, you don't. Like I said, you play within the playground that you're given, right? And if you can't play in it, you gotta prep for it, right?
Mm.
Yeah. I think it also depends on like what life stage you're in, right? Like
Yeah.
if we're talking like if we were all university students, a little
Yeah.
different. You're not really
Makes
making money.
sense.
You're not making a salary. You're
Yeah.
working part-time. Like it's pretty tough to like
Yeah.
make a living out there, right?
Yeah.
So that's fine. Go to like cheaper spots, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think like our audience, I mean, us, we are in a life stage where we are working professionals.
Mhm.
I think most people, I think the expectation is that you probably should be able to afford something more than fast food.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just the life stage.
Yeah.
And I think if you can, then it's a little tough.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it would just, yeah. As a girl personally, I would not appreciate if my date or my man, future boyfriend, only took us to fast food. That's
Oh,
not
no,
the type of guy I
yeah.
want to date.
Yeah, because it's like
Unfortunately.
stability, right? It,
Yeah, like that's
tells
just
you a
more
lot
than just
about.
exactly.
Yeah. All right, guys. Make sure you save up.
Although, like, there are some good dates in like cheap places,
Oh,
like
for
like
sure.
food courts. It's like
Hole in the wall.
like you go to like a
Okay.
Crystal Mall, and
Crystal Mall food court.
Honestly,
some
like
really interesting food, or Lansdowne, or like some what's that place?
Lansdowne, yeah.
Taco Bell or something.
Oh, Taco Louie or like RNH.
Well, the
Yeah,
Aberdeen
yeah,
one,
R&H. It's like
yeah.
you go for some,
there's good
Why not?
spots.
But the thing for first date, I think I would not. You just want to go somewhere nice,
Yeah.
secluded, not where loud. Like you really want to focus on that
Exactly.
person and create that nice environment to show your true self. Because first impressions go a long way. And if you're going out here, we're in a loud ass food court, and like people are like yelling and crying. It's like, yeah, that date was fine. I couldn't hear half the shit we were saying, but it seemed okay, right?
Mhm,
But
Yeah, for the environment, that's
it's just your first impression, right? How do you want to portray yourself, and the longevity of your potential relationship could be tied to how you show yourself on that first one, right? So
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, like, would be your ideal first date then?
it's an excellent question. So I think for me, it's like I usually ask the girl like what type of cuisine she wants, or if she wants to try a new place. I don't really.
It's
like,
usually for.
I don't really say like oh, don't go this place, don't go this place. But like if it's like the most expensive place in town, I'd be like, okay, well, I have to really like you, take you there. Like I've taken some girls first date to like some really expensive places here and there, but that's
Yeah.
like the interest is high. We just maybe we talked over a couple months and then we went out. Then I was like, okay, I'll go out. But if it's like I met a girl like and we talked for 2 weeks, I'm not gonna take her to like Amiku or whatever right away. Like I'm just gonna like go somewhere casual where we can talk and it's nice and aesthetic, right? It doesn't have to be fine dining, but somewhere enjoyable.
is she suggesting these places or is usually you pick?
It depends.
Yeah, if it's like a really fine
people,
dining.
some people will like give you a couple places that you're interested. That's why I always say like, are you craving anything? Is there a new place you want to try? Because for me, like even if the girl, like even if the date goes good or bad, at least I tried a new place.
Oh,
If I
that's
know in the
true.
end, I'm gonna be paying anyways. That's just
Oh, that's
my
what
kind
you're
of
thinking
view.
At least you enjoy the food.
Yeah, and I'm not
itself.
gonna pick a shit place. So like,
Yeah,
at least
makes sense.
give me some suggestions. At least I can like choose, and then I kind of learn about their like dietary or whatever things, right? So
Mm.
just to be safe, I don't want to go somewhere that has peanuts and all this stuff like Thai food, and then like she's like blowing up her face and like she's shy and she's starting like oh, we should probably go to the hospital or something. So yeah, you get different ROI from that. So I don't know. That's how I.
But your ideal first date is like usually around food. Like you would go for lunch or dinner.
lunch or dinner. I don't really do the coffee thing unless
Okay, yeah.
I'm like unsure, or if they push just like I just want to do coffee, then I'm
Okay.
like, yeah, okay, whatever. But usually lunch or dinner, because I've heard that girls say like, oh, if this guy doesn't even ask me for on a lunch or dinner, I'm not gonna entertain them.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that too.
Right.
Really?
They maybe
What?
come off cheap if it's
Right.
just
Yeah, 'cause
coffee.
it's like one of those things where it's like
Sometimes they're like, oh, I'm worth this much at least, kind of thing, right? Like
well,
I'm gonna do my hair,
that
my
too.
nails.
But
and
then
all
the
that.
thing is like, if they're a really busy person, right, going for a coffee, they just might not want to entertain it, right? But I don't know. To each their own, right?
Really?
Yeah.
It could
Oh.
work both ways. I think some girls prefer coffee dates because it is less pressure. They like it comes off more casual to them as well, and they don't feel like, oh my gosh, he's taking me somewhere to like an actual meal. He's spending this much money. Now I kind of owe him,
Right.
right?
Mm.
Coffee is very casual, so they're more receptive to like get to know someone. But I also do know girls who are for sure like they think that way. It's like, oh, he's only taking me out to coffee. Like, yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even
Just
worth
depends on the
a
person.
lunch or dinner. Damn.
Okay, so you would take them out for like a nice meal,
You would initiate
Yeah.
a meal.
not a coffee date.
Yeah.
Nah.
Or not like an activity, like go golfing or whatever, or mini golf or.
Oh yeah.
It depends. Like if I see on their Hinge profile or whatever, like they like these things and they've expressed it, then I would mix both together. Right?
Oh, like a meal.
I tend not to do any movie dates anymore, just because
Yeah,
like,
you can't talk.
It's actually the
like
worst.
some people like it because maybe their love language is more physical and whatever. But like
Physical movie date?
no, I'm just saying like maybe
Aaron.
maybe like if it goes well, they just like
What kind of movie are we
Are
watching?
you-
Sorry, where are we doing this?
yeah, is this a home movie date?
No, I'm just saying in general. Maybe that's a
Okay.
thing. I'm not saying I do that. I just said straight up that
It's
I don't
Like
do movie dates
Yeah.
because you can't really talk, right?
Oh,
Some
people
people,
sure.
talking in Netflix.
yeah, some people like talking through movies, some people don't, or whatever. But I just wouldn't jeopardize a first date impression or whatever on a movie date, right? You'd probably just start with the dinner or whatever, and then if they really want to watch a movie that just came out that's hot, then sure, right? And then you go to dessert after.
Because you would have like chatted
Yeah, so
already.
like
yeah.
there is a strat to like how you want to orchestrate the date, like in sequence. I wouldn't start off of a movie date, like the movie part, but like at least eat. If the vibes are good, then we go do something else. If not, then pack it up and let's go home,
Whoa.
right?
wow. So just usually just food, and then that's
Food, dessert. If I like them, there's gonna be dessert. If we're too full, then maybe we just go for a drive or something simple.
and
right?
play pool or something.
I'll go karaoke.
Karaoke
sing
each
our
other.
heart out, serenade the out of them. No I'm kidding. No.
Shit. What about you, Ricky?
First date, it's gotta be an activity.
Oh, you're some more of an
More
activity
activity
person,
focused.
like paddleboarding.
Yeah, paddleboarding, kayak, or
What do you do
like
in the winter then?
mini golf, or like
Snowboarding
Christmas
or something?
fairs, or like
Oh,
snowshoeing,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
um,
good idea.
or like pool.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
same here.
Karaoke, yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's like food for sure.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm hungry.
We out here.
Yeah,
We hungry.
yeah, you
I'm
gotta eat.
hungry.
Good time
We
for
gotta
that.
eat.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then like
Opportunity.
play some bowling. Like bowling is so fun.
Bowling with two people is kind of weird, don't you think?
No,
Oh,
it's
because
so
you
fun.
take turns and like
Oh,
while
yeah,
you're
yeah.
taking your turn, you can't talk and the other
Right,
person
yeah.
goes.
No, you
No, it's a good way to see how much banter you can get.
Yeah.
It's competitive. Right?
because you can kind of like
Oh.
trash talk a little bit, see if they're like
Yeah, 'cause,
competitive.
like, you can play out
Yeah,
the
you could,
bias,
you could.
right?
Yeah,
They're like
yeah, yeah.
super quiet and just like to themselves. I'm like, am I bowling by myself?
Yeah, then it's like for me, it's no like, can you have fun? I want to know if you can have fun or not. Because man, life is stressful already. I don't need to be quiet and
Yeah, because
Like, I wanna have fun.
If you can't be silly with someone, I feel like it's like nah,
yeah,
right? Not everyone's gonna be like, so today we're going on a date. We're gonna bowl. Like it's not professional. It's more like you kind of organically want to build out this banter and see if you there's that
Yeah.
chemistry, right? There's compatibility and values, sure, but chemistry you just have to see it, right?
Or like
Feel it.
how competitive they are. What about like an escape room? Is that ever an appropriate first date?
oh yes, it
Yeah.
probably is, right? You want to make sure if it's a make or break.
Don't pop
in
off
a room with someone?
and get out.
It's a make or break relationship, right? It's like, can we solve
High
this?
risk,
Can we
high
solve
reward.
problems together?
Yeah.
Or you know what you do? You go to an escape room you've done before.
Oh my god, it's
Oh
impressive.
Oh my
you know all the
God.
tricks.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're just like looking around, like I don't know.
How did that happen?
Wow.
Well, this clue and that clue, that clue. It's like you go to the escape room and like, hey yo, I'm on date number 10 with this girl. Can you like unlock some shit if I can't do it?
Yeah. But escape rooms are fun. Yeah.
hmm
Or activities in general are fun.
Right? You'll see how compatible you guys are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but definitely not a movie though. You can't talk in a movie.
Hell no.
It's trying to get to know that person. The last thing you want to do is just stare at a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, going back on paying for the date, have you ever been in a situation where the girl brings a friend?
Oh my
To that date?
gosh. Wait. I literally saw a TikTok about this.
No?
A guy was talking about this experience.
I've never, but then I've always like worried about that.
Like a +1.
yeah.
That's really odd.
Like a girl wants to bring her bestie because it's like safer kind of
They
thing.
tell you ahead of time, or they just show up with a
Sometimes they
+1.
show up. I've heard people show up.
Show up with a +1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I hope you don't mind. My girlfriend's gonna join us. But
Yeah, sorry, my friend's really lonely and sad and depressed today. Her boyfriend just broke up with her. Like, can we bring her in with us?
You won't be a good person if you say no.
Yeah, right.
no, I would just be like, Honestly, I think at this moment, I think it's best you spend time with your friend and you can reschedule for another date.
Yeah,
that's a
that's
nice
a good
way,
way to
right?
approach it.
Mm,
Like, yeah, I think you're just put in such a bad spot, right?
And
yeah.
if they force it, you know it's
But what if
sus. They going for a free meal.
But what if they just show up?
Yeah,
and
like
then
they
they
want to protect their friend, you know.
yeah, they show up and then just had a
Safety is
plus
Their
one.
important.
friend.
Then you just make sure you don't pay for their friend.
Oh, yeah, see,
So-
that's weird.
So, but then
friend.
how does that work?
That's
How do
weird.
you like?
Don't you
That
appear
wouldn't work.
cheap for
Yeah, don't you
saving
appear
20
cheap?
bucks?
Honestly, though, I feel like I don't know what kind of girl would do that because I think it's quite rude to just randomly bring your friend
Yeah,
without
that's
even
fine.
like preferencing.
Honestly, I might just
So
text
first
you
of
guys
all-
to rescue me, please.
I think, given that situation, you probably shouldn't even care like what kind of impression you're making. Like, she's a red flag. Like, I think whoever does that is kind of like, that's not good. That's not cool.
Or guys bring their plus ones afterwards. Oh, okay, no problem. Bring my friend too.
Set you guys up.
Double date.
That's a
I
double
know-
date, random double
I never been on a situation like that
I think
before.
that's pretty rare for a girl to randomly do that.
Even more rare for a guy to do that.
Yeah.
Kind of safety.
Bring his bro.
Like, yo, don't worry, my gym bro. He just finished
Hey,
his
she's a
gym
catfish?
session. Just
He's my wingman.
yeah.
I need help
I'm just
sometimes.
more confident when he's around. I don't know where that voice came from. Sorry. I was,
like
I was trying to
white
be a
surfer
Chad or
dude.
something.
Yeah, Chad voice.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I can definitely like if someone brought someone, I'd be like, I'm out. I'm out. Like,
So how do you do that gracefully?
be like, oh shoot, emergency. You gotta get out of here. Like, I'm so sorry. Just leave right.
I think one guy actually did that. So that TikTok I was talking about, he actually came on and blasted the two girls that I don't think he exposed their names, but basically said that that happened to him where the girl brought a plus one and they were ordering like everything off the menu, expecting that he would pay.
Oh my
And what
god.
he did was he basically, I think, paid for maybe like his share of the food, like whatever he ordered for
Yeah.
himself and his drink, and left them. Literally left
Like
them.
use the washroom excuse?
Something
No.
like that, or
Oh,
just
wow.
like, yeah, probably wash them. And he literally just paid for his portion and left. And then whatever else they ordered, it was kind of up to them. And I think that's a pretty
Wow.
boss move. And
Yeah.
I applaud him. Yeah.
Is that attractive?
I mean, well,
In some universe, that is attractive.
it's like she kind of got what she deserved, though. Like, again,
Yeah.
I go back to the fact that a girl who's doing that is probably not someone you want to date. Like, that's
Yep.
very rude. Yeah. I don't like that.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Have you done that?
It's probably normal in Ohio.
Fuck? Excuse you?
Well, I feel like Aaron has been on a lot of dates.
What the heck is going on?
Sorry.
What is going on? I feel attacked. It's group. Not a safe place right now.
But yeah, I'm sorry for calling you out there.
So we learned today. What did we learn, Angus?
We learned don't be cheap.
Don't be cheap.
Don't be cheap.
If you want
Can't
to go,
afford it, you just save up for it.
Yeah,
You're not ready to date. But I know some people are just looking for love, right? They
Live
just
within your means. Like,
yeah.
love within your league.
If you're trying to date some IG influencer and you know all her pics are fancy places, you probably can't afford to date her. So go with someone that's more low key.
date within your league.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Just that's a lot of guys is gonna come after you after that.
So be sure
Well,
to follow
thing is-
Aaron if that case.
I'm gonna get attacked. Well, date realistically. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Stay within your
Wait.
lane.
No, your means. Within your means, right?
Yeah. So
Use
And
your
in
own
general,
judgment.
guys should probably pay on the first date.
yes.
But,
Yeah. Like if you
but
like
if
the
the
girl,
girl
pay
pays-
for it.
All right. Thanks again for tuning in for another episode of Ready Set Podcast. We're on Spotify, we're on YouTube, TikTok, we're on all that good stuff in Linktree. But yeah, tell us what's your first ideal first date,
Yeah.
and what's something you would do. All right, that's it.
All right. Be sure to follow our two guests. Their Instagrams will be on our description. And thank you again for tuning in.
All right, see you on the next one. Bye.